we'll kick this off. Hello, everybody. My name is Corey. I'm one of the community managers here with Madfinger Games. I'm joined by Michael, one of our other community managers here, and we are hosting our first ever community leaders Q&A. We are joined here by our community leaders, which we're going to have them introduce themselves and talk about Grey Zone Warfare a little bit. Then we're going to go through their questions and answer some of the questions that they've had in the most detailed way we can without giving away too much for you guys to be shocked and surprised by when we do it in the game. It's good to have all of you here. This is our first event together, and I'm glad I'm bringing you kind of one that gets you a little more access and more information. So we're going to go ahead and kick off the Q&A. We're going to start with you, Boomer, and go ahead and ask your question. Your first question, we'll answer it, and then we'll kind of tell you who the next person is, and you guys will understand the order, but we'll still be there to remind you who the next person is.
Yeah, you bet. I appreciate the chance to get to ask these. So lots of folks on Twitter want to know when new content will drop. I know you've mentioned, or the company has mentioned previously that later this year there will be an update, but there's been potential slowdowns with some of the optimization work. So is that ongoing optimization? Has that slowed down the timetable for update 1?
Optimization is an ongoing effort. Every hotfix or patch includes some level of optimization, and larger updates will naturally feature more improvement, but update 1 is still on track for later this year. Pesky, you are up, good sir.
My first question, are you planning to put in your character progression system?
So currently we only have a Apparel connected to the character progression, but in the future we are planning to release a skill system and connect character progression to many more features.
The progression system is the same of Tarkov, or no?
I think we'll keep that one a secret for now. There's a lot. There's a lot. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Yep. We're not gonna give away everything with this Q&A, guys.
Yeah.
You could try, but we won't.
No spoilers.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Winters, you're up now.
Alrighty. I've got 3, I think, pretty easy ones for you guys. First one here is the helicopters in the game obviously are something we hear a lot. Especially if you're like me and you get shot every 14 seconds and you're continuously running back to try and recover your body. My question is, those helos are loud, and when you're listening to them for 4 or 5 hours, it gets a little wild on the ears. And I'm wondering if there's any plans for any kind of, ear protection other than the of course the yellow headphones that the beginning AI wear. Is there any sort of like button for earplugs or anything like that planned?
It is a helicopter. It is loud, but immersion is a key aspect to Grey Zone Warfare, and you are riding in a little bird with their distinctively loud noises. You're sitting on the benches. It's certainly part of that experience. However, we have heard everybody's feedback on it, and you can expect some updates to this in the future regarding hearing protection and the noise. All right, Crash, you are up, good sir.
Yeah, man. I and everyone needed that content roadmap. Any updates on the roadmap? I can't wait to see like what's planned out for the future content-wise.
Okay, so we know the community is very patiently waiting for the roadmap, and we are in the process of finalizing it, and we will soon be sharing it with the community. So we wanted to make it accurate and attainable as possible, as possible, while showing the community that they can expect what they can expect in the future of Grey Zone Warfare. Okay.
All right, Martonic, you are up.
Okay, so will keys be available via the vendors or have spawns at specific containers? So right now, the only way to get a key is by pure RNG, and there has to be, I guess, other methods of getting keys.
Yeah, we are well aware of everyone's struggle to find certain keys. Our team is currently addressing this issue by identifying the most problematic keys and working on tweaking their spawn rates. Regarding vendors selling keys, we're also evaluating their availability to ensure kind of like a more balanced experience.
Okay.
All right. Damn it, Bennett.
Bennett.
Yep.
Awesome. Hey, how's it going? Cool. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is about things like canted sites coming to the game. I think a lot of people right now they bring along a red dot as well as an optic, and they kind of switch it back and forth as the game is going. Are there plans to add that kind of option to the weapons in the game?
So, we do have candid sights planned, as they are a common feature with most rifle builds. So, yeah, stay tuned for updates on when they'll be implemented. Okay.
I know some of them are a little vague. We can't really just show you screens of the work in progress stuff, but we're trying to get you guys as much information as possible. Who's next? Riot? Yes, Riot.
All right. So one of the questions that my community asked over on Twitch, they wanted to know, what is the red zone? How does it work? Regarding that, they have seen references to Stalker and the book in the game that this game is inspired by. So how far will Gray Zone Warfare go into the paranormal or anomalies? On top of the red zone question.
So Ground Zero is a pivotal reason why the PMCs are here, and the UN's involvement hints at its significance. It's the main catalyst for Gray Zone Warfare's lore, and will gradually unlock Gray Zone or Ground Zero's. Oh God, I always mix them up. It's too much saying the same stuff. Ground Zero through story and world events, but what lies within still remains a mystery. You just have to wait and see.
So, back to Boomer.
Yep, we're looping back around.
All right. So I know helis are a hot topic of conversation most of the time. So in that vein, can players expect different travel options in the future, such as ground vehicles, think like dirt bikes or quads?
So, currently we don't have plans for player-controlled ground vehicles because we want players to explore and experience the world on foot. As we add more content to Gray Zone Warfare, the world will become more dynamic, and exploration on foot will be even more rewarding.
All right, Mr. Pesky.
My second question is, could some type of camouflage be implemented for spray weapon?
We do not have plans to have rattle can weapons yet, but there are more color variants for some weapon parts that are coming, which will give players various options to deck out their weapons. Winter?
Yeah. Next question is we have a pretty good base of ammunition in the game right now, but is there anything that the devs would like to see in the game? Any types of ammunition that you guys are maybe working on, or just something you would like to see? Personally, I'm a fan of 6.5 Creedmoor and 338 Lapua. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on any additional ammunition in the game.
So, when it comes to that, we have only scratched the surface of the number of weapons planned for Gray Zone. So we began with the most common battlefield weapons. These calibers offer a wide range of weapon options. So additionally, there are specific calibers tailored to certain weapon types, such as 50 cal BMG or 338. Personally, I'm particularly excited about the potential addition, which is in no way planned for the 8.6 caliber, as it's a new intriguing round. However, any new caliber introduced into the game requires extensive data to ensure accurate simulation and performance within the game environment.
Of course. Awesome. I love it.
8.6 is pretty badass.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. Who is it? Crash? I think so, right?
Perfect segue, guys. Yeah, great planning. When can we expect ammo and gun balance changes? Because it's kind of no secret that 5.56 is king. I'm sure you guys are seeing that in your data, and it would be awesome. And I've personally started a grassroots movement to make shotguns great again. So yeah, let's see some other guns come to the top. What's that plan?
We're currently evaluating the performance of different ammunition types in the game. While 5.56 is wildly popular due to its effectiveness, we have identified areas where other calibers like shotguns and pistols may be lacking. For instance, we've been testing rounds like 7.62 BT extensively, including personal tests that I've been doing over several days on both live and test servers. Despite not replicating many of the community's reported issues, we recognize the need for deeper investigation to really get to the balancing and the root of this. It can be challenging to differentiate between community-reported issues, round performance, and server-side problems, but we are committed to conducting a thorough analysis to address the ammo balance concerns.
Okay. I think Martonic.
Yep.
Martonic is next.
Okay, so my second question is, will dog tags be added in the future to players? So the way that I see this working is it would be an item that every player would carry on them, maybe like an extra inventory slot somewhere, and this could be required for PvP tasks and, I guess, endgame content.
So, our focus remains on PvE, with PvP basically occurring organically. So, we're not keen on PvP quests that push players to complete specific tasks, like, for instance, kill 10 players with a headshot at 300 meters. So if we do introduce PvP quests, they will be more thoughtful and potentially faction related. Regarding dark tags, we decided against them because PMCs don't typically carry dark tags. So yeah, that's that.
All right. On to Bennett again.
Hey, so another common question that I get during all of the live streams is about being able to repair armor, and obviously there's no, the weapons don't degrade. So, but that is also, I guess, a question in there is, are you going to be able to repair armor and weapons in the future?
Yeah, so we plan to introduce weapon and gear durability along with the ability to repair them, which will take place in another update. The system will visually show and depict wear on your weapons through scratches, chipped finishes, and will affect their performance over time. But we'll be stay tuned. We'll give some more details on when this feature will be implemented.
Who's next?
Riot.
All right. So my next question would be, how will the weather effects day-night cycle work, and how often will we see them? I think a lot of times we'll play games and like you hate playing in like a vanilla DayZ server because you're like, holy crap, it's going to be nighttime for like 45 minutes. So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. Well, as we all know, the day-night cycle is coming in update 1. As we approach the release, we'll provide you more detailed information on how this feature will impact the world and gameplay. Weather will be included in later updates, and we'll share details about it as we get closer to the release.
All right, and then we're back to Boomer again.
Back to me. All right. So the company has previously said, and you guys even kind of touched on it today, that Gray Zone is a PvE game first. On Twitter, I have a bunch of folks who come from the COD world, Apex, Battlefield, and they're PvP first players who branched out to try GZW. So that said, for those PvP hungry folks, what changes events or enhancements, if any, can they expect?
So PvE is our primary focus and a crucial part of our world building, but we do not discourage PvP at all. We actually participate on our own time. Currently, PvP is pretty organic and not forced. It creates sudden and unexpected encounters that add to the excitement. As GZW progresses, though, we will introduce more features that will draw PvP to specific areas and encourage faction collaboration. These features will include capturable outposts and the mysterious area at the center of the map. So, you know, you'll have some stuff to do.
Nice. Thank you.
So, Pesca is next.
Okay, I will there be random mission around the map, drops, clearing areas, conquering base. This will encourage movement around the map and not only in the towns.
Mhm. So, in the future, we plan to expand the quest system to include a variety of quests for both individuals and factions. These quests will keep the players, let's say, will keep the player base busy and engaged across the whole map.
All right. Winter's Wolf Cry.
All right. Last question is obviously sniping has its place in Gray Zone Warfare, and I'm curious. Those of us who enjoy sniping, myself and others I've spoken to, we really feel the lack of a rangefinder in the game. Of course, we can open up the map, lay down a waypoint, and get a rough range to a building, a tree line, something like that. But is there any plans to add things like a rangefinder itself, or rangefinding on a scope, or something like that to the game?
I'm a big sniper fan myself. I'm currently running the M700 everywhere because it's fun. I definitely do enjoy it myself, but we currently do not have any plans for a rangefinder, but we can look into adding it for the future. Definitely one of those things I'm pushing for also.
Excellent.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, Crash is next.
I think Crash is next.
Yes. So I'm really interested. You guys talking about PvE. Part of that is really good AI because I mean, that's the E, right? So I have a ton of questions. What kind of changes are coming to AI? I know there are a lot of people waiting on the sidelines to come back to the game when AI is better. I've heard that quite a bit, and just wondering what you have plans and when we'll start to see like meaningful updates and what's coming to AI.
So yeah, like you mentioned, it's a huge part of the game, and the AI will indeed go through more changes and will evolve over time. Currently, their actions and capabilities are quite basic, but when, for example, update 1 arrives, the AI will become more player-like in their behavior. They will utilize cover or other tactics, like, for example, throwing frags. And these improvements will be ongoing.
Bennett.
We have next.
No, Martonic. I'm sorry. It's Monday.
Okay, so for my third question, right now in Gray Zone Warfare, the highest level of armor is 3+, but will NIJ protection level 4 armor be added in the future? So this would be the highest tier of armor that a player can get, and I feel like it would be extremely strong, but of course, it being kind of bulky armor, you're going to be heavily weighed down.
Yeah. Level 4 armor is coming to Gray Zone Warfare, but this will definitely take some time. It'll be introduced along with new helmets, plate carriers, and gear to ensure everything is balanced and, we get more realism. More AP ammo will also be added because we want to prevent players from becoming bullet sponges. I'm sure you guys remember in some of our devlogs, M995 ammo was seen and things like that. So yes, level 4 armor is definitely coming. And
so now it's Bennett.
It's Bennett, yes.
So one of the other really big questions I get is talking about being in a squad and things like shared waypoints when the chopper comes. As the squad leader, I only see that information on my map. Is that sort of information going to be shared across the board? And then that kind of even tunnels into killing the commander. If you're in a squad and your buddy kills them by accident, you had the quest, you don't get any progress. Is there a plan to share those types of things between squads?
So yeah, information is key. We absolutely plan on having shareable waypoints for your squad through the tactical map. Additionally, you'll be able to draw on the map for your squad to see, allowing you to lay out plans, highlight areas, and share information both before and during fights.
And not
Awesome.
and not draw inappropriate things on it. Like
Well, we all know TTP, right?
yes,
So,
we do.
we'll see.
So Mr. Riot.
All right, so the last question my community had, and I get it all the time, and I always just have the same kind of remark, but it is a good question. But are there any different biomes planned for Gray Zone Warfare? Maybe different or strange POIs. Maybe they're affected by out of the ordinary weather, like in Ground Zero. I know it doesn't. It's very, very rare that it snows in Vietnam or Laos, maybe at the very higher elevations. But people love snow. People love sand. I mean, I know, radiation, like huge explosions can cause a little bit of sand, like fallout, right? But do you guys have any different biomes planned for this game? Because I get it all the time, and I think it's probably just going to be jungle the whole game. But I don't know. It could be cool. I could see it kind of happening in the Round Zero.
I know
mysterious zone.
Everyone's
I know,
hoping
yeah,
for
that's
a
the
desert
question.
to pop up in the middle of a jungle, but
Yeah, or some snow. I don't know, something. But
at the present moment, we are populating a few new environmental areas of interest between the bigger locations, in addition to POIs that involve the lore and story. However, we're still a bit too far away from implementing the weather system to provide specific details on how it will affect these POIs. But we're looking forward to sharing more information as we get closer to update 1.
okay, awesome. Appreciate it.
Okay, so now we are in the section where we can ask questions of the people that are not here right now. So I'm gonna play the I'm gonna play the other creators. I'm not gonna even pretend I can do the accent, so it
You
will be
gotta
done
try.
in my.
You need to try.
No. I'm not. No.
Yeah, just knock
So-
out all their questions, and we'll
Yeah,
just kind of go
yeah,
through
yeah,
it
yeah.
there.
So first of all, we have Redbeard Mortis. Is there going to be more changes to the AI coming in the near future?
Everyone wanted to know about AI, but yes, the AI will indeed go through more changes and evolve over time. Currently, their capabilities are quite basic, but when Update 1 arrives, the AI will get new abilities, new behavior, utilizing cover, tactics, throwing frags, and these will always be ongoing improvements.
The other question is the game coming to console within the next year or two?
I think every PC game gets asked when it's coming to console, like immediately. Our goal, though, is to eventually release on console, but our current priority is to stabilize and complete the PC version. Once the PC version's in a solid and pretty feature-complete state, we'll allocate resources to develop a console version. But we don't have an ETA for consoles at this time at all. Focus primarily on PC right now.
Yeah. So next question is, are we going to see AI patrols similar to Ghost Recon Breakpoint coming to GZW?
Mara has frequently expressed his vision of creating a living world with the AI that have their own lives. The AI will patrol, they will move around the map, And with day and night cycle release, they will be active during the day and return to their base to sleep at night. So yeah, you will see them around in the world.
Okay.
And who else is missing? Rich.
One shot Rich.
Yep.
Yeah. So Rich is asking, do we have an estimated time frame for the next wipe/content patch? Will this potentially be sped up rather than 6 months after wipe?
We are very cautious about setting dates for future updates because unexpected issues can arise despite thorough testing and planning, which often leads to delays that disappoint the community. We're really excited though about Update 1. It will introduce more than just day and night cycle. It will also include additional tasks, enhanced AI behavior, new weapons, and more that we'll discuss once we get a little closer to release. Our goal is to release a content update every 6 months, though this timeline may evolve given complexities and the challenges of developing an open world persistent game. But we're we don't like setting dates. people like their dates very much, so we like to be sticking to them.
Yeah. Yeah, dates. So, next question is new guns. Are they going to be introduced with a nighttime update? Any teaser? Can we can expect?
No teasers currently. Well, I'll give a teaser, but we definitely plan on adding new guns along with a new caliber in the day and night update. We'll reveal more as we get closer to update 1, but I will say one of the new weapons is a fan favorite. That's the only cookie you guys get right now for that. You can roll with that however you want.
So, Ground Zero. Are there plans to make this a PvP focused zone, kind of like in Division? You have the Dark Zone in there. And are there some PvP quality of life updates coming, such as a faction chat?
Everybody wants to know about the secrets of Ground Zero. But like I said before, Ground Zero is the pivotal reason why the PMCs are here, and the UN involvement hints at its significance. It's really the main catalyst to Gray Zone Warfare's lore. We'll gradually unlock it through story and world events, and what's inside it is a mystery, and you're just gonna have to wait and see what lies ahead in there. Regarding PvP, Ground Zero will become a high traffic in-game area where collaboration with your faction is going to be absolutely crucial. And this, of course, is going to lead to more frequent PvP encounters. We also do plan to implement a faction chat, enabling players in the same faction on a server to communicate and coordinate more effectively.
All right. Next person is Eagle Garrett.
Eagle, yep.
So, first question is there a favorites option in the works for loadouts purchased from vendors planned? If so, when might that be coming?
Currently, we don't have any favorite option planned. However, as we expand the vendor content, we're going to explore different ways to enhance its user friendliness for players. And, right now it's very small selection. So as we expand it, of course, we will introduce new features for you guys to use.
Okay. Next question is when a wipe happens, what if any progress in game will be kept, and what will be wiped?
This is something we are currently discussing in detail. A wipe is typically necessary when a major update changes many systems, quests, etc. In such cases, a full reset really ensures a player's experience with the new changes properly and prevents any sort of conflicts with existing characters. As we approach a wipe, we definitely will provide more updates to the community about what it entails, but we're still kind of far out, so we really don't have any details on it currently.
Okay. Then another question: Are you all going to add a teammate dragging feature? Oh, Okay, so are you going to add a teammate dragging feature where we can drag teammates who are in coma to safety so we can heal them?
I dropped something. But yeah, we are going to add teammate dragging carrying. It will be in Gray Zone Warfare. We had an early version of this before launch, but it needed some more work with the animations. You know, we want players to be able to work together as a team, and with the coma system, you definitely need a way to get a teammate to safety to bring them back and into the fight. And dragging and carrying them is the best way to accomplish this. So we will be adding this in a future update. Okay.
All right. So
I
who
think-
else is? I think that's it.
I think we got everybody. All right.
Wow.
Cool. All right. So I really appreciate you guys coming for this Q&A. I know it wasn't, we didn't give you guys any spoilers or leaks for this one. In future ones, once we get closer to update 1, we'll be showing you guys something special. But I really appreciate you all coming to this first community leader Q&A. And I'm actually going to stop the recording here.